Welcome back, drinks fans. I am Steve the Barman, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Mr. Black Coffee Liqueur. And let me preface this. This is kind of leading into my brother from another mother, my Australian counterpart, Steve the bartender. He's younger, he's better looking, but we all know I obviously give better cuddles, but he's probably got more hair as well. He is running the cocktail competition in association with Mr. Black, and basically submit your cocktail recipes. You win a prize and stuff like that. Now, I thought, and I've spoken to him, I've asked his permission whether I could do this. I thought I would try and do, I'm not entering, but I thought I would try and give you some inspiration from my perspective. Those regular viewers to my channel will know that I'm not about the classic kind of pretentious serves. I'm all about the fun, the fruitiness and the vibrancy of flavours. I love flavours to smack me around the chops. So hopefully in this video, I've got 3 recipes for you that I've kind of created that you could kind of sort of have ideas and inspiration about how to create your own cocktail to enter his. Now, I'm not saying any of these would win by stretch. I've looked through some of the entries already and there are some amazing sort of cocktails in there, but I just want to give you my kind of fun flips. Right, so the first cocktail, and regular viewers will know that I am terrible at naming my cocktails. I don't even bother half the time, so get involved, name the cocktails below, steal these and enter them if you want as well. No, I wouldn't do that. I would take, if you want inspiration, I would take some of these base recipes and think, oh, perhaps we'll swap this out for that and do this with that, and be my guest and go on little directions with that. Mr. Black, essentially, think Kahlua. The best way, I'm not getting into any faff with it. Think Kahlua without the sweetness and proper coffee. Let's dive in. First cocktail. Again, as I say, got no names for these at all. And this is going to really shock you, this first one. So, the first ingredient I'm going to use is a banana rum. Now, as good old Stevie is from Australia, I'm going to use an Australian banana rum, Cargo Colt. In the UK we've got Coriaba, Cornish, so I should really be using that instead. And I've got a funny feeling DMF are on the case with banana rum as well. Whether that comes out in 2021, I'm not sure. And I think Red Leg have got a banana rum as well. And I've just seen it in the monitor there. Obviously, Tom has got a banana bomb as well. The Rockstar Spirits, the grenades, he's got his banana bomb. So we've got plenty of banana options in the UK. So I'm going to try and stick to ounces in this. 30ml, 1 ounce of banana rum. And the Cargo Colt. I'll be honest, for me, Cargo Colt is probably the less vibrant of all the banana rums I've tasted. But as Stevie is Australian, we're going to use that. So 30ml banana rum. 30ml of Mr. Black. Now, guideline as well for you. If this has been sitting on your shelf for a week or so, give it a little shake, because you'll have all the proper, this is proper coffee in here. So you'll have all the coffee drop to the bottom. All right. So 30ml of Mr. Black in there, 1 ounce. Now here's where I'm going to deviate you. Because if you thought, oh, it's all right, you know, it's starting off all right, pretty similar, this is where we're going to get crazy. So, ingredient number 3, papaya. Papaya puree. People in the UK will be able to get hold of this really easily. People around the rest of the world, you'll be able to get hold of proper, fresh papaya really easily. Our papaya is terrible in the UK. So, 50s, puree's long life shelf stable, really, really vibrant in flavour. I'm just going 15ml of papaya puree. And I found papaya and coffee works really well purely by accident, because I picked that up instead of pineapple. I was like, oh wow, that's good. So papaya puree. I am going to use pineapple juice though. Proper pineapple juice, pressed and squeezed. There's nothing but 6 pineapples in there. Don't go down the concentrate route. Always try and use a proper pressed pineapple juice. 25ml. Oh, actually, if we're sticking to ounces, 30ml. Here we go. 30ml, half an ounce, obviously, of papaya puree. And then, now you could, I think there's plenty of bitterness coming off that Mr. Black. So I'm not going for citrus in this. You could add a touch of lime if you wanted to. The one thing I am going to add though, and I'll try and say it properly, is orgeat. Orgeat. Cornish chavvy meat, orgeat. It's like an almond sugar syrup, essentially, with vanilla, orange flower water in there, and just 10 ml, third of an ounce. There we go. So, banana rum, Mr. Black coffee liqueur, almond, and then papaya and pineapple juice. Now, a few ways you can do this. I've got a little NutriBullet there. You could flash blend it. However, I'm going to shake this down, and then we're going to serve it over crushed ice in there. So it's kind of a tiki cocktail for you. All right, so hard fast, you need to blend all that papaya in. There we go. Now, I've not added any bitters in there either. Have a little try. You don't need any bitters. As I'm trying to give you demonstrations for cocktail for competitions here, let's go professional. I was going to shake and dump, but no, we won't. So we'll strain all that in there. Oh, the papaya. The papaya. Oh, I like that word. Banana and papaya. Right. Crushed ice this up. Again, you can use a slightly smaller glass if you wanted to. Let's just give that a little churn around. Amazing. Oh, that is proper up my street. Whether that's good enough to enter a proper competition or not, I don't know. But I would drink that all day long. Garnish that. There we go. Stick some coffee beans in there as well if you wanted to. But that's my first bit of inspiration. So papaya and pineapple with almond and coffee and banana. How the hell do you get around that? Oh, that's amazing. Oh, banging. All of those flavours come through. And I think that really works. If you want to get a bit crazy, more inspiration for you, maybe play about with some Suze or Chartreuse if I haven't actually got any Chartreuse. Just like maybe 5 ml, just kind of add a little bit more bitterness to it. But definitely doesn't need citrus for me. But there you go, that's your first one. Right, now for your second bout of inspiration. Going mixing glass. We are going old-fashioned style Lee, but obviously not an old-fashioned. So I'm serving up in a rocks glass, stirred down in a mixing glass. The base of this is decent cognac or brandy. I'm not pretentious except for cognac. I get very pretentious about cognac. Even rum I don't get pretentious about. I love Captain Morgan's DMF. Cognac I get very, very pretentious about. Don't ask me why. The worst I would go is a VSOP. But if you want to use normal brandy, normal Spanish brandy is actually really nice as well, to be fair. But I just personally like VSOPs. So I'm going 1 ounce, 30 ml of a decent cognac. Next ingredient, we're going Mr. Black. So this is our coffee and brandy kind of version. So 30 ml of Mr. Black. So again, brandy and coffee, you know, we've all done that in the UK. We've all seen those Parisian coffees, are they called? Oh, it's going back to the 90s, isn't it? Parisian coffees. Right, now, this is where we go off on little tangents. So, I'm going for some cherry. Not much cherry herring, cherry brandy, if you've got it, maraschino liqueur, whatever, something vibrant cherry. 1/2 ounce, 15 ml. And don't forget, as I said at the top, I love big, bold, vibrant flavours, but don't forget that Mr. Black hasn't got any sugar to it. It's kind of a levelled out, bitter, kind of just espresso, basically, an alcoholic espresso. That's what it is. Now, I'm going to go bitters in this as well, but I just want to bring something else to the party if I can find it. William Fox in the UK. This is their chocolate syrup, and William Fox, yes, they've got a few quirky ones. I've just done a few videos with this, for instance, coloured. And the only reason I'm showing you that is because most of their syrups are actually colourless. They basically develop syrups so they don't alter the colour of a cocktail. But this is proper vibrant chocolate, milk chocolate in fact. And I'm just going 15 ml of milk chocolate syrup in there. So we're kind of going standard sort of old-fashioned, brandy, fashioned, rum-fashioned, whatever you want to call it in there. So the whole spirit and sugar thing. Bitters wise, I'm just going orange because orange in coffee works very well. You could use Angostura orange if you really wanted to. I just love Miss Bitters from Canada. Really lovely sort of orange notes in this. About a third of a pipette, which should be about the equivalent of 2 dashes. Now we're going proper sort of old-fashioned territory. I'm going to stir this down. Probably could shake it, to be fair, if you really wanted to, but I'm just going to stir this down. So bear with me. You're going to stir this down for about a minute or so. My general rule of thumb with stirring down drinks, and this is just me. No one's told me this. It's just me over my 25-year career. I just basically try and double the amount of liquid in there. So I'm diluting the ice to double the amount of liquid. That's just me. That works perfectly for me. So normally about a minute of stirring down. Right, I've been stirring for about a minute. I have added more ice and we are about up to double the amount of liquid. I love cognac anyway. If you've got a nice chunky ice cube, and I have got one in the freezer, I've just forgotten to get it out. But my ice cubes are slightly too small. They're chunky, but too small for these glasses. So fresh ice in there. And then I'm just going to single strain that over there. Amazing. And then to garnish, I don't actually know what to garnish that with, to be fair. Maybe let's go dehydrated orange. Sometimes drinks just don't need garnishes. I've used an orange. I've used cherry hearing, so we maybe could go Luxardo cherry because I've shot 3 videos today and I haven't had any cherry juice. So we could go cherry juice, just so I can do that. And that is a cognac, coffee, chocolate, old-fashioned. And I promise you, I personally wouldn't do anything to that. The cognac notes, because it's the VSOP as well, the cognac notes come through there. You've got the chocolate and cherry on the coffee. It is, for me, it is stunning. As I say, it's not pretentious, it's not classic, but oh my God, that is stunning and bold of flavour. Right, now the third cocktail I'm going to do is, has actually got espresso in it. Because, you know, you can do espresso martinis with there. But I'm going to put a different flip on this for you because I guarantee it, probably no one has ever thought of doing this with an espresso martini. So, especially this time of year, we're in autumn at the moment, sort of coming into winter. God knows, what is it, summer in Australia. So this is essentially going to be a toffee apple espresso martini. All right, so bear with. I've got toffee vodka. And this is, I'm just going classic sort of standard ratios, what I do espresso martinis, okay? I always go 30-30-30 for this, all right? Except I use Kahlua. Kalua's got a bit more sweetness, so I've got 4 ingredients going on this. So I'm going 30 ml of toffee vodka. All right, 30 ml. I am going for 30 ml, 1 ounce of Mr. Black. Lovely jubbly. Ooh, boozy espressos. So 30 ml, 1 ounce of Mr. Black. I am going for espresso. And if you've not watched my stuff before, yes, I have got an espresso machine here, but actually I just use that. That works absolutely perfectly. A good heaped teaspoonful, about 30 ml of water. You've got a fresh shot of espresso. Honestly, if you're at home, parties, pubs, if your coffee machine's gone off, it just works a treat. So this was made about an hour ago. It's absolutely fine. And I promise you, this will keep in the fridge for 2 or 3 days and still have a nice, perfect crema on top. So 30 ml, 1 ounce of espresso. Now the final ingredient, as I said, it was going to be toffee apple. What I'm going to do for this, I'm going to use Giffard's apple liqueur. Apple and coffee, you're thinking, what an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. You never put apple with coffee. Why would you do that? No one has ever done it before. I promise you, no one's probably ever put papaya and coffee together before. But I promise you, it flipping well works. So 15 ml, 1.5, half an ounce. I say, this is just purely my kind of cocktails, my kind of inspiration for you. All right. So ice this up. Get your hands in there, because I've got big cubes like that. There we go, that's better. Right, and then we're going to give it, shake it down, give it some welly, 10-12 seconds. And there you go. Can you see that espresso does froth up a proper dream? Let's pop that to one side, and then we're obviously going to double strain this. It's probably not as nice and tight bubbles, foam, as you would get off a proper coffee machine, but I tell you what, it's a flipping close second. Right, there we go. And if you're that worried about the tightness of your bubbles on your cocktails, then you shouldn't be watching my stuff. you really shouldn't be watching my stuff. So then to garnish, I've got my coffee beans here. And just in case, of course you know, but just in case you didn't know, 3 coffee beans, health, wealth, and happiness. All right, that's what that stands for. Con la massa in Italian or Latin. And there we go. So it's a toffee apple espresso martini. Proper naughty. I will get Mummy Barman to judge this. I'll put hers, and hers will already be up on screen now. But there we go. If you're entering Steve's competition, please do go and check him out. If you've not, of course you are. Every viewer of mine must know who Steve the bartender is. Of course you do. But if you don't, for some bizarre reason, as I say, he's the better looking, taller, younger Australian version of me with more hair but less cuddly. All right, I'll see you in the next video.